What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the Self-Isolation Sofa. So in recent news, JetBlue decided to jump on the whole "we're there for you" bandwagon that I was talking about in my previous video. You know, the exact same nonsense that every other massive corporation is currently regurgitating. But JetBlue decided the way they wanted to give back to the city of New York was to fly over New York City with 3 low-flying planes. Yeah, because when I look up in the sky and see a Southwest flight, which I actually do right now, I really go, wow, Southwest is really here for me. Thank you. This is also apparently after they filed for government bailouts and business loans, and it's not like low-flying planes in New York City wouldn't cause flashbacks for certain people living in New York. Who in the world greenlit this? But in other news, Elon Musk had a baby, and as we all now know, the name of the baby is X-A-12, or it's actually pronounced X-A-12 apparently.
Did you see Grimes explain why?
No, I actually didn't. But I mean, like, I wasn't surprised when Kanye gave his kids a bunch of uncommon names. So, like, honestly, I'm not too surprised that Elon Musk gave his child a name that he could have also named, like, one of his SpaceX satellites that he launched up in the air. But I mean, hey, not really too surprised. It's Elon Musk. Interesting. But in other news, apparently Ariana Grande is now calling out children on TikTok. So on TikTok, you have a wide range of content, as you may know if you've seen some of my previous videos. But the core of the app is basically just lip syncing to either audio of a movie or a show or to music, which stems from the original app, Musical.ly, which Tencent bought to turn into TikTok, which we all know today. And there's a user on TikTok by the name of Paige Neiman who became famous from dressing up like Ariana Grande and lip syncing as Ariana Grande and Ariana Grande's character, Kat from Victorious, which is kind of what kids do. They dress up like their idols and lip sync their idols on the popular lip syncing app for kids. Like, I don't see the problem here. But anyway, I guess that annoyed Ariana Grande, so she tweeted this first. I just wonder why the cat voice / dialogue. I'm sure she's the sweetest, sweetheart for real, but it's definitely bizarre seeing people blend 2 worlds. LMAO. Okay, so fans are dressing up like Ariana Grande and playing and lip syncing the character she used to play. I don't see the problem here. But then she decided to, I guess, continue calling out Paige Neiman on her Instagram story. You know, the one that 180 million plus people can see? Yeah, so she said this on her Instagram story. OMG, can this please double as your impression of the ponytail TikTok girls who think doing Cat Valentine voice and wearing winged eyeliner and a sweatshirt is doing a good impersonation of me? Because this is really how it feels, degrading its entire value. I screamed. Bruh, is a 26-year-old superstar calling out a 15-year-old girl for lip syncing her on a lip syncing app? Really? Bro, that's like part of the experience of being a fucking superstar. You have fans that idolize you and want to be like you.
I feel like she's trying to act like, oh, you're boiling me down. Like, she's such a talented person, you know? Like,
Was
singing
she the first
stuff.
one to ever wear winged eyeliner and a sweatshirt?
No, but my point is that, like, I feel like she's acting as if, like, she's, you know, or people are boiling her down to Cat Valentine's cute voice or whatever and wearing the ponytail and winged eyeliner. But it's like, okay, not everyone has the talent to sing like you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, but she's been, okay, no, she's not the first person to ever do that, but her style is very unique and she kind of did, I guess, the oversized sweatshirt, the specific kind of ponytail and like the winged eyeliner, like, is kind of obviously her look, but she's acting like it's degrading to say that that's, I don't understand that part. No one's boiling you down to that. It's just that kids who are not as talented as you and want to, you know, have a similar style, or they're inspired by your style, or they're inspired by Cat Valentine, whatever. They want to do a video with the same essence. Like, what's wrong with that? I don't get that.
I don't see a problem. I can't believe this is what people are going off about on the internet right now.
This is such a common thing too. I feel like, hasn't this always been done? Like, it's not a weird story of teenager has an idol, teenager has that idol's posters on the wall, blah, 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 dresses like them and wants to be like them. That's like every teenager ever trying to figure out themselves, their own selves, you know?
Yeah, literally. Like the fact that she went on to say that a 15-year-old fan is degrading her brand is a little bit like, you know, that might, you know, affect that fan negatively a little bit. So then Paige responded by saying this on her Instagram live stream.
I'm used to Ariana shading me, so
Yeah, I mean,
it's
whatever.
I'm just here to entertain people. Like, it's not how
True.
I am in real life.
I mean, you don't care.
Kind of why I'm not
It's-
a fan of her anymore, honestly. Like, I'm slowly
Yeah.
getting rid of all my Ariana stuff.
In one way, okay, I see how Ariana is upset that a kid built a brand for herself by lip syncing to Ariana, but she's 15. So she's still a kid forming her identity of who she wants to be and what she wants to do in life. So for Ariana to call her out in front of 180 million people, it's a bit overkill. What? A 15-year-old girl is dressing up like you and lip syncing you on a lip syncing app? Better call her out in front of 180 million people.
I don't know, because I don't know the whole thing, but I don't understand why it seems like she's offended that people are mixing, like, okay, so they'll dress up how she dresses now, but then they'll do like a voiceover of maybe a line she had on Victorious when she was like the character of Kat. And then when Ariana was like, why would you mix the two worlds? Like,
Because they're 15, they watch Victorious right now. They are the audience of your old Nickelodeon show. Of course, they're going to mimic the Nickelodeon character that they can relate to.
Yeah, but also what's wrong with that? I don't understand. Like if there was an actor and someone like, I don't know, dressed up as how they look in real life and then did the voice of a character, like is it that weird? Like I don't really think it's weird.
I don't see honest. I mean, like, I don't know. That's some big brain energy from Ariana coming out there, calling out a 15-year-old for lip syncing to her. You know what? I've actually seen enough big brain energy in 2020. Like 2020 has had way too much big brain energy. It's time to move on to 2021. I want to make a petition to starting July 1st. Can it be 2020 and a half? Because I no longer want to associate with 2020. I'm finished for this year. I'm done with it. 2020 sucked. Let's move on to 2020 and a half. And then hopefully 2020 and a half will be better than 2020. First half.
You sound like a kid who doesn't want to say like, I'm 7.5. Bro, you're 7. Sorry, I didn't mean to roast a child right now, but...
Bro, I'm gonna soon be living in 2020 and a half. I don't care what you guys are saying, but after July 1st, I'm officially living in 2020 and a half. Y'all can be stuck in 2020.
Y'all stuck in 2020 when we live in 2020 and a half.
So in conclusion, I no longer with you 2020. I'm in 2020 and a half from now on, after July 1st. You heard it here first, folks.
I just don't understand what's so... I mean, first of all, I've seen so many people who are trying to look exactly like Ariana Grande. I don't understand why she takes it as such a big deal. People really like her style.
Yeah.
And it's like iconic. No, she didn't invent it, but yeah, it's like she kind of did create a whole wave of a certain kind of style. But I feel like that should be like flattering, you know? No one's gonna steal her spotlight. She's like literally the 3rd most followed person on Instagram. She's
behind the most famous soccer player of all time in Instagram itself. There's no one else. So it's kind of like, okay.
Like that's how iconic, relevant.
That's why I'm surprised she's like upset and butthurt over TikTokers
a teenager on TikTok. That's what I don't get. And a lot of people are kind of behind it. Like most people I see it are like, oh, you're making Ariana uncomfortable and you should just stop all of this stuff. Like, is there what? That doesn't make any sense. Isn't there a guy who literally his whole job is just looking like Ed Sheeran? Didn't we see like that guy who was at the
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure Ed Sheeran himself is like, whoa, that's kind of weird. But not to the point where he's going to be like, this, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand the argument either way. Some people are like, oh, she should be her own self. And yes, you should always be yourself. But the thing is, it's so normal for teenagers to go through phases of this. And so right now in our world, going through that phase could be you on TikTok pretending to be that person. You know, you're going through a phase. It's like, I don't know. And then the other argument is like, oh, she's a teenager and is already like in the works of having a career being an impersonator. And so what? Like, what's wrong with, I don't get the argument either way. I'm just surprised.
Like, wow, lucky her. She was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. And everyone's like, you should stop because it makes Ariana uncomfortable. I'm just like, why would it make her so uncomfortable? That's really, I don't know.
In conclusion, this is all whack. People need to chill. And what do you guys think of this?
Yeah.
But please let us know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. We look forward to reading through them. If you want to follow me outside of YouTube, you can find me as Atozy on Instagram and Twitter. Links will be down in the description down below. But other than that, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I don't talk, I get it. Yeah, you know I'm about it. If it kill me, I'ma let it. Run into the bag like I'm so athletic. I've been up since 6, making hits like tennis. I've been on fire, I just need my credit. Wanna go far, need to change my settings. Reaching for the stars so my feet touch heaven. Haven't had first, bitch, already want seconds.